not only you are going to make such an important decision right at the beginning of this week, but at the same time you are making such a major choice in your life, because few days after that moment in time you are going to have this opportunity which is going to change absolutely everything. Because when you become aware of this opportunity that you are going to have a few days later, you will see that every single priority in your life is going to start changing. And this opportunity is something you've been waiting for a very, very long time. And the only way for me to describe this opportunity to you, my gorgeous Erini, it's a lot to do with a new start, new beginning, and it's such a beautiful energy around it. Okay, so going back to this important decision where all this is actually going to start at around the beginning of this week. This important decision is to do with something legal, something official, something really kind of important in general. And as I said, as soon as you make this decision, okay, you are making this major choice in life, because the whole new door is about to open for you. So this is why you need to follow your intuition. The moment in time you make this important legal or official decision, at that moment in time, some kind of restriction, some kind of a terrible restriction is about to be lifted. And this restriction that is about to be lifted, it's to do with this aspect of your life that has been making you feel negative, for a while now. And because I've seen you I can see you worrying about it for a while. So it's something that has been making you feel kind of unhappy. So you are going to feel so pleased as well. So not only you are making the right decision when it comes to something legal, something official, something important, but you're also making this major choice in life, because some kind of restriction will be gone. Something that has been restricting you is about to be lifted. And so this is why this is going to be so important. And as I said, it's going to lead towards you a few days later finding out about this opportunity. And this opportunity, oh my God, the only way for me to describe this to you, it is like the beginning of a whole new life, the beginning of a whole new journey, the beginning of a whole new stage. I can see you being really happy. I can see you being really optimistic. I can see instantly things in your life changing for you. And of course that you are going to start to pay attention to priorities in your life in general. And this is what it happens when we realize that, our life is about to change. Our life is about to change. One aspect of our lives has come to an end, and another aspect of our lives is about to begin. And to you, my gorgeous Erini, when you become aware of this opportunity, you will know exactly what I was talking about, because at that moment in time, your eyes are going to open. Your eyes are going to open. And you are going to realize what a tremendous impact on your life this is actually going to make. How creative you're going to feel. How optimistic you are going to feel. How happy you are going to feel. Absolutely brilliant. This is going to be undeniable. This is going to be, it would be like kind of impossible to ignore. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely brilliant. And you're also going to realize when you become aware of this opportunity a few days later, you see, you will at the same time realize how much you've actually changed. How much you've actually changed. And when we get to this particular point in life, when we realize how much we've changed, we become braver, we become stronger, we become more confident, and also at the same time we kind of realize that there is so much for us to do, there is so much for us to explore. So this is why this is going to be so important. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Erini, okay, there is, there is something that you're going to worry about when it comes to money, and when it comes to finances at around the midweek. And I can see you worrying something. I can see that there is going to be this moment. Maybe you will want to kind of really badly buy something that needs like kind of lots of money, which you may not feel too comfortable about, for example. Or you will want to do something, or you will be thinking about doing something or buying something, and maybe your financial situation may not allow you to do this. Or maybe you will be thinking about carrying on with some kind of a plan, and then you're just going to feel a little bit down because you're going to be thinking about your financial situation, or maybe your finances are not going to allow you to do what you want to do so badly at this stage of your life. The bottom line is that you're going to be worrying a little bit about your finances, about your financial situation. And now, I'm not here to tell you, oh God, you're going to be worrying about your finances. It's not about that, but it's about this is a sign. It's about this really powerful indication. This is like your omen. This is like your sign. You better believe it. And I know it sounds crazy. So the bottom line is, the moment in time you worry about money or something like that at around the midweek, I need you to understand me. I need you to listen to me. I need you to instantly start thinking about something completely different. This is the key. Start thinking about something completely different. The moment in time you start worrying about money, or you start worrying about finances, or any kind of materialistic things, something is going to make you feel just a little bit negative and a little bit down. At that moment in time, you really need to understand that you need to use this energy to your advantage. Yes, you need to use this energy to your advantage. And the only way to do this is to not to keep on focusing on that you how you don't have money for something, or how you may need money for something, or you must not focus on this problem. Because the more you focus on this negativity when it comes to something financial, the more difficult for you it's going to be to really move away from it and do something about it. Because this is the key moment. This is the key moment. So what do I mean by this? The moment in time you start worrying about money, I need you to snap out of it. I need you to acknowledge this. That's fine. That's natural way of thinking, natural way of responding to things, natural way of reflecting on things that we are thinking about that are right in front of us, for example. That's fine. But you must not dwell in it for too long, okay? You need to instantly snap out of it. Remember what I said, and I hope you're going to. And the moment in time, the way you're going to snap out of it is do something spiritual. Okay? Do something good. Do something spiritual. Do something that makes you feel good. Do something that makes you feel alive. Do something that makes you feel happy. Do something that makes you feel like kind of really creative. It's really important. You know why? Because you are about to tap into this really specific dimension. But believe me or not, this is going to be brilliant for you. Why? Because you are going to tap into different dimension by instantly reflecting on something, doing something spiritual, maybe talking to some spiritual people about something completely different, or maybe like doing something that makes you feel good, maybe by doing something that makes you feel creative. If you're like an artist and you like painting, okay, that's what you do. Go and paint something. Do you know what I mean? If you like, like spiritual minded people, then you can go and visit certain group and just kind of try to forget about everything. Do something spiritual, or do something that makes you feel instant and creative, because at this moment in time something really powerful is about to happen. You are going to tap into this really powerful dimension where suddenly, you are going to have an insight. So that's why I say to you to use this energy to your advantage. Instead of worrying about it, you're just going to make this problem bigger. You are going to make this problem darker. You're going to make this problem heavier. And the more you dwell in it, the more you think about it, the more you focus on it, the more you're going to block yourself from doing something about it. So this is why you need to do something spiritual. And there is and as the moment in time you forget about this, listen, the moment in time you forget about this, you will see that there is this insight that it's going to come to you, and you're going to remember this specific person. Suddenly you are going to remember this specific person, somebody, I like this person, somebody really intelligent, somebody really smart, somebody quite emotional, somebody very emotionally intelligent, but somebody very spiritually intelligent. This person is not afraid of their own emotions, and this person has done really great in life for themselves. This is somebody who's making the right decisions, and this is somebody who's very strong and very powerful, not only in your mind, but in general. So now suddenly you are going to be reminded of this person. You're going to have an insight that it's going to come to you, and you will know that this person is going to give you an amazing advice, when it comes to this financial problem or something to do with materialistic things in life and things like that. The person who is having an answer to your kind of problem connected to this, it's just gonna come to you. And that's why you need to open your mind when it comes to this, because I can see you talking to this person, and I can see you discussing things with this person, and I can see this person suggesting something to you you would never ever do yourself. And something that is, first of all, going to sound like completely ludicrous, because you're going to realize that you need to make like a really, you're going to need to kind of take some kind of a risk. And first of all, you're going to be like, no, baby, no. And then the more you think about it, the more things are going to make sense. The more you think about it, the more you're going to feel. The more you think, the more you're going to feel it, The more you think about it, the more vivid you will feel this. And the more you think about it, the more it's going to make sense. And yes, this is why you have to open your mind, and you need to go with this, because it is going to transform this situation for you. Whatever is going to be suggested to you by this particular person, okay, it is going to transform this situation for you, like really nicely, my gorgeous Irini. And not only that, but it is going to lead towards like a ridiculously swift change in life when it comes to this particular problem. And this is why this is going to be so important. And also, my gorgeous Irini, when it comes to the mid part of when it comes to the midweek as well, you know that you are going to have a gift from somebody. There is somebody going to give you like some kind of a gift. I mean, it's not going to be anything major or anything like that, but this is really going to surprise you. And it is like to do with this really beautiful person, a really nice person. And it's to do with somebody who has lost somebody in their life. Maybe this person lost somebody like really recently, or maybe this person lost kind of major person, it's like a major person in their life, somebody really prominent, even a long time ago. But after that moment in time, nothing was ever the same in this person's life. Bless their heart. So this particular person is going to give you some kind of a gift, and this is really going to surprise you. But also at the same time, when it comes to this person giving you gift, what I need you to understand is that there is, you need to kind of like try to talk to this person. And when you start talking to this person, and you are going to, it's only going to be like a really short conversation in between you two, maybe even going to be talking through emails or through some kind of messages. There is some kind of idea you're actually going to get from this person, like a very interesting idea. And it's not going to have anything to do with anything, but it is a lot to do with you kind of having this idea when it comes to your lifestyle, and there is something that you will, you will have an idea first what you want to do as well, type of thing, through this person. But before you do this, you're going to need to get some kind of experience. So you're going to need to, not experience, but you're going to need to explore your options, how exactly you're going to do this. But it's really a lot to do with your lifestyle, for example, and something that you're going to realize that's missing in your life, for example, and it's to do with your own lifestyle. And you will really kind of feel this, on a completely different level. And because this is the person I'm talking about who is going to give you some kind of a gift. And this is where all this, it's actually going to start. And by the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Erini, listen, you are going to have, first of all, a kind of like a really unexpected experience at around the beginning of this week. It's going to be some kind of unexpected experience you are going to have. You will find yourself being surrounded by the group of people, for example. Maybe these are going to be a group of people that you normally kind of are around, but at this time it's going to be different, because there is a very interesting conversation going to be going on. And this interesting conversation, and this is why this is going to be so unexpected, because it could be like a group of people you see like all the time, but maybe it could be a group of people who normally get on your nerves or something, or like a group of people who you normally find like you have nothing in common with. And now suddenly, there is going to be some kind of like a conversation going to be going, something so specific, something that you're so interested in, something so specific, something that you're so interested in, and something that not many people talk about. And you're all gonna perk up like, oh my God, this is brilliant. And I can see that you're gonna be enjoying yourself, because you're gonna be able to let yourself go in terms of conversation. You're gonna be talking about something really specific you can't talk to everybody about, if you know what I mean. And it's gonna be even more mind-blowing, because it's probably to do with people who you see on regular basis, or with people who you've seen so many times, and you've just felt like you had nothing in common. But also, when it comes to this, there is it's not only about this specific subject, which is going to make you feel extremely excited to actually talk about, but through these conversations there is something else going to come up, a certain possibility to deal with something that has broken your heart. And you will be reminded of something that broke your heart, my gorgeous Serini. This is really, really personal. This is really personal. You will be reminded of something that happened to you and it literally broke your heart. It wasn't even that long ago. Maybe it was like a few months ago. Maybe it was like about a year ago. You're gonna remember something, that literally broke your heart, and something that was left completely unresolved. And you're gonna need to deal with that right now at this stage of your life. And that's why all this is happening. Not only you're going to be reminded of something that broke your heart, my gorgeous Serini, but you're also, most importantly, going to realize some kind of possibility here to actually fix this, to do something about it right now, because also something was left unresolved at that moment in time. And this is what you're going to be reminded about. And when you become aware of this opportunity, this possibility, when it comes to you, like also at the same time kind of fixing your broken heart, it's to do with something that broke your heart, but at the same time something was left unresolved, and that kind of caused certain issues as well, which you are most certainly gonna be reminded right now. And I can see you contemplating about this possibility, but don't contemplate for too long. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those situations again, because you will see this possibility as a hard work, for example, but it is going to be the major choice, the smart move you will be making, because I can see the gorgeous, high priestess here. I can see the high priestess here. So most certainly you're making a really smart move, because that in itself is also at the same time gonna lead towards you being able to start some kind of a new venture, some kind of a new venture, some kind of a new adventure in your life. And this is why this is going to be so important. So now, my gorgeous Erini, I'm just going to shuffle these tarot cards, and I'm going to see what is going to be an additional tarot card message for this week as well. Let's just see what is going to be an additional tarot card message for this week. Okie dokie. Oh my God, look at this. I really like this because also you are going to have such a nice achievement. You are going to have a really nice achievement this week, my gorgeous Erini, and this is going to make you feel so good, and it's going to make you feel so proud of yourself. This achievement you are going to have, it's really going to elevate you, and also at the same time you will know that your life is going to start changing. But also, it's not about you knowing only that your life is going to be changing, but it's more about you kind of feeling that you are on the right path, you know, at this stage of your life. So this is going to be extremely rewarding for you. You're going to feel really proud of yourself, and at the same time, you see, when you were worrying about the finances and about the financial situation, you don't need to worry about it too much, because things are about to start changing here. You see, this reward you are going to have, it's going to be so good for you, because, you know, it's definitely gonna affect you financially in the best possible way. And this is gonna mean to you so much, because it's also to do with something that, you know, you have been working on, and you have been trying to achieve for a while. Look at this, 10 of coins, absolutely brilliant. You also need to understand that, you know, you need to be as open-minded when it comes to this week. And it's like, you know, pay attention to signs, pay attention to synchronicities, because you are going to have a lots of answers. But this week in particular, especially when it comes to money, and especially when it comes to finances, you are going to, you're going to have such a good luck, my gorgeous Erini, seriously. You're going to have a good luck. So anything financial or anything like that that you need to deal with, you know, I would strongly suggest you to do it this week. There is also going to be a really successful negotiation you're going to have. And when it comes to this successful negotiation, you know, this in itself means that you must not back down whatsoever. Okay, when it comes to this successful negotiation, it's again gonna be something really important to do, and you must not back down from that whatsoever, because it looks like maybe you are gonna be dealing with somebody who is like a little bit selfish when it comes to this negotiation, and somebody with some kind of a hidden agenda. So that's why I need you to be strong. And when it comes to this negotiation you are going to have, it's like to do with something that belongs to you. This negotiation it's going to be about something that belongs to you. That's all I can say. This important negotiation, it's going to be about something really specific that belongs to you, and that's why I need you to be like a really, you must not back down, because I know it sounds really weird, but you will be dealing with somebody who is going to have some kind of a hidden agenda, and somebody a little bit selfish, and somebody who's going to be thinking about themselves. Sorry, but that person is going to have a really strong and really powerful energy. And when people have a really strong and powerful energy and they're not nice, you know, they can intimidate people really easily. And that's why I need you to not to back down, my gorgeous Erini, whatsoever. Hello, my gorgeous people. Just to let you know, I've just started monthly subscriptions, monthly paid subscriptions. And the more people subscribe to this channel, you know, through monthly paid subscriptions, more content I'm going to be able to make. And this is why this is going to be so important. If you would like to subscribe to this channel through this monthly paid subscription in order to help me to keep this channel going, you will see the link is going to be in the description below. And thank you so much, because I will be ever so grateful.